God, oh my God, you don't do now. You don't do now. What are some of these things now? My weakness. My weakness.
Hello guys, welcome to Truth Hurts. I am Ed, your host, and as usual on the show, we do not do feelings. So if you're one of them people that easily gets hurt, that wears your feelings on your sleeves, this may be the best time for you to walk out the room because it's only facts. Okay, haven't gotten that out of the way. There is a video I've been wanting to react to. This one's been a while, I have not been able to get to it, but it's actually one that really broke my heart. This is a video that hurt me deep. Unfortunately, we're at a point in society where accountability is completely out of the window. Now, before you go jumping out and saying, oh, you hate, women, you proposing violence against, no, I am not. But wait until you watch the video. And I must give you a disclaimer. This one is a little serious. So if you're one that maybe might get triggered very easily, I would say this may not be a video for you to watch. But having said that, if you're able to, stomach it, like I say, it's pretty, aggressive. Go ahead and watch it. So listen up to this one. I'll give you a little backstory. I think it's about it was about a couple, a guy, and I believe what was his wife. I could be wrong, wife or girlfriend. From the conversation, might be his girlfriend. It might be his wife. She saw something on his phone, obviously a message from another woman, or that he has something going, and she decided to take matters into her hand and become completely violent and aggressive with this man. While I do not condone anybody, stepping out, being unfaithful or cheating on their spouse, or however, the case may be with this one, I also completely are against violence of any sort against anybody, male or female. All right, I'm gonna let you go right into the video. Let's see this one.
If you just slap it and do, shame on you. God, oh my God, you don't do now. You don't do now. What are some of these things now? My weakness. Protect my weakness. No, that's not what's going on now. What's going on? My weakness. I'm not talking for what you do. Come out, my weakness. What's going on? What are Jesus? I don't know. What is this?
What do you mean by what? I think I'm my passport.
Oh, that's not. Start talking. What is this?
Jesus. How you taking my passport?
I take your passport. Why do you do what?
Jesus.
Why you do it? Why you do it? They ask you. Why did you do it? Yeah? You're still sitting down. I said, why you do it? Why you do what you do? Why did you do it? Why you do what you do? You know what?
You just slapped me now, happiness.
I will hit you again and again. Why you do what you do?
Come on, your hand for my shirt.
Maybe come on your hand for my shirt. You have to push me. You go need to push me. Why you do what you do?
Come on, your hand for my shirt.
I said, why did you do it? Why you do what you do?
What's the problem now?
Why did you do it?
So wait, you notice something here? The first thing you could do is to slap me.
Really?
You cannot wait for my explanation and to slap me and you
Explanation to this?
Come on, your hand for my shirt.
Explanation to
Happiness,
this?
come on, your hand for my shirt.
Explanation to
You
this?
just slapped me twice now.
Explanation.
You slapped me twice now.
Explanation to
Whatever thing you
this?
saw in this phone, happiness, can't you settle it inside the room?
Really? Really?
Can't you settle it inside the room?
Oh yeah, like we did last week.
Come on, your hand for my shirt.
Like we did last week. You are talking. Like we did last week.
What's happening?
No, like we did last week.
Happiness.
What do you want to do?
What's the meaning of
You want
this?
to hit me?
What's the meaning of
You
this?
want, do you want
What do you know what's happening? What's happening?
you want hit me? Eh?
You take my phone, you don't come here and you talk. That you carry my phone, you call it slapping for in front of your sister.
No. See, Oga, I can hit you. You are still talking.
You still slap
Are you
me.
still talking? You are still talking.
God. Happy,
Why
don't
did
do
you do
now.
what you
Stop it, don't do it.
You know?
Why you do one?
Happiness, you slap
Why
me.
you do one?
Stop it,
That
don't
means you
Why
slap.
you do one? I said why you do
I'm not going to answer you.
You are not
I'm not going to tell you nothing.
That answer.
I'm not going to tell you nothing.
Force it from you.
I was it
That is
now.
exactly.
Until you start talking, I will force that answer.
No go abeg, no touch am, no touch
Is that not
am.
it? Oh, you think I
What's it now? When I talk now, wetin dey happen for here?
I want to tell you.
No. You think because
Do what you want to do.
You say because I
I'm
don't.
not.
What's the problem now?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Machine.
No.
Calm down.
Because I don't.
Come on, you have for my shirt. Come on, you have for my shirt.
I'm not.
You have no right. You just do my shirt.
Come on.
You just do my
I'm
shirt.
not for come on. Stop on my
You don't do now. Wetin happen?
Now my own be man. This one.
You dey make me get why I know you happiness. You dey make me get why I know you. You don't know what you ever see from my phone. We go reach this level happiness. You don't know what you go see from my phone. We go reach this level. You stop it.
Did I play with you? You are still talking. Shut up.
You don't do now.
Can you shut up?
Abeg, leave.
I've had enough of it. You know, that's the most I can take of that video. Before some of you go saying, oh, you know, whatever he had done, oh, it's obviously a situation of infidelity. You know, from what they were saying, I could understand, you know, they were speaking Nigerian pidgin. It's a broken English, Nigerian broken English. So before you go saying, oh, he deserved it, he had cheated, or he was unfaithful or whatever. First of all, I will not condone that in any relationship, in any situation. But I also must say this is completely unwarranted. As a woman, first of all, let's even look at it. Let's turn the tables around. What if the man was doing this? The whole world would have lost their minds. Feminism would have, this man could have went down completely. There's not even two ways around it. He would have the whole world would have completely lost their mind. Under no circumstance, I do not care what happens. Should you ever put hands on anybody, be it a man or a woman, and especially you being a woman, you are putting hands on a man who's capable of who's 4-5 times stronger than you physically in every way, in every form. You are being this aggressive with a man. What if he gets to the point where he feels like he cannot take it anymore and he retaliates, or he turns back and hits you? This guy could literally punch her one time and she will pass out. I mean, I do not understand how we got here, how we got to a place where women, or some women, have become this physically aggressive, has become this physically masculine, to the point where they see physical aggression as a way to resolve issues. Now, I'm not sure exactly, what preceded this, how, he had gotten here, but obviously she had seen something on his phone, communication between him and, I guess, another female. The most you could do is walk away. The most you could do is file for divorce or walk away from the relationship. From what the guy was saying, hey, we could have talked about this inside. We could have gone inside to, talk about whatever the situation is. You're not supposed to hit me in front of your sister or, anybody else around. You're not supposed to hit me in the presence of other people, in front of other people. That's what he kept saying. So my thing is, why I do not and will not condone violence against anybody, male or female. However, I would say, when you go putting your hands on a person, you should be 100% guaranteed that it may turn around. It may turn back to you. As a woman, under no circumstance should you put your hands on a man. I tell this to my friends. I tell this to my sisters. I tell this to the women in my life, relatives. However, Never be the first one to put hands on a man. Listen, say whatever you want. If you call on me, this is the problem. This is how men end up dying. Because you start shit like this, part of my French, you call on your brother or your father to come around and fight for you. Meanwhile, you're the one that's physically aggressive. Under no circumstance, once again, should this has escalated to the point it did. And you know what? I also blame the guy, because it's obvious from this behavior that this was not the first time she was doing that. It is obvious from this behavior that she had been aggressive before, that she had, in one form or the other, had shown some sort of aggression toward him before. And the young man should have completely shut it down. Hey guys, once you notice this behavior in a woman, do not condone it. Under no circumstance whatsoever should you condone that. Even as a man, I will get on your case if you do this to a woman. But I must tell you, as a woman, if you are the first one to put hands on a man, to put hands on your spouse, it could be fair game from that point. Unfortunately, we live in a gynocentric society where it's double standards. When a woman does stuff, it's okay, it can be glossed over. But when a man, just imagine a man does the exact same thing. Imagine what the outcome should have been. Once again, I say that to everyone I know. Do not start some ish and then call me to come die in that situation, to come die protecting you. I will come give my life protecting you if someone puts a hand on you. If someone, propose or project violence against you, if someone disrespect you without you being the one to start it. But I'm not going to do it if you're the one who starts it and then hope someone will come in and give the life for you. Unfortunately, we're just at a place in society where women get away with everything. It's sad, but lack of accountability is the issue. Lack of accountability is where we've got into as a society. Double standards. It's okay for one person to do it, and it's a complete taboo for the next one or for the other person. Okay, without dwelling on that, there's another video I want to address real quick, and while we move on, with the segment, this one is kind of interesting. I'll let you watch it before I give you my 2 cents on it.
Your Honor, that is his baby. And I can't wait, because the devil is a liar and this is Lucifer, so stop.
Well, you might be the devil then. We'll see.
I am without a doubt 100% certain that he is my son's father. Not only was I only sleeping with him, we were actually working on our relationship. We already have a child from a previous situation. We got back together. We're working on us.
At the time that Gio was conceived, we were not having no type of intercourse. We were not cool at the moment.
He went out and got 3 pregnancy tests, made me take all of them. They were all positive. And he was like, well, that's not my baby.
This is what it was. She was trying to get back with me, but I wasn't. So she probably felt like if we have a child, we might work out.
If he has any doubts, I carried the baby. I birthed the baby. If you have any doubts, go ahead. I don't mind making you look stupid. That's why I'm here now.
Okay, so your point is I'm tired of hearing the denial. If you want a DNA test, let's take it now, because I know you're the father.
Exactly.
Mr. Lee, you are not the father.
Told y'all.
Hold up.
I already knew it. I told you.
Don't look at me like that. I don't know God's plan.
Who else? It was you that was...
Did you just inject God in this?
I did not put him in this. I'm just saying.
Wow. Wow. Did she just inject God in that situation? I don't know God's plan. Wow. You know, it is crazy. That's where we're going to as a society. Fellas, man, you better think twice about where you stick your tool. A lot of this modern day women are scandalous. Now it's crazy. She almost convinced me. I was almost at the point where I was like, "Oh no, she's right." You know, this dude is tripping. It must be his baby, because she was sure. She said it like, "Listen, I know it is your baby because you were the only one I was sleeping with." And suddenly it was God's, plan. She wasn't sure what God's plan was. Fellas, man, when you're messing, if you have to mess with a woman in this day and age, make sure you use protection. And I don't even get it, man. I don't understand why y'all keep messing with this type of females anyway. Use protection, else you going to not even father, because we just discovered that the baby was not even his. But imagine, if there was no DNA testing. You know what? To be honest, I really think we should make it compulsory that every child born should be DNA tested to make sure the man is the father. I do not care if you're married to the person or not, because we're in a society now where a lot of men, I cannot tell you the percentage, but a lot of men are discovering that they're not actually the biological father of their children. I do not have a problem with you agreeing to be around and take care of a child. You do not have to be a biological father of a child to love the child, to provide and be there for the child. But if a woman insists, because, hey, once again, listen, before you go off and say, he's a woman, but I have sisters. I love women. Once again, they're beautiful creatures. If you have a good woman in your life, she is a blessing to you. But unfortunately, we've got into a place in society where men go to prison, men go to jail, spend years in prison over, non-payment of child support, only to come back years later to discover that the child they went to prison for was not even theirs to begin with. He was not even the biological father. She was there the whole time messing with other people. She was there the whole time cheating on him. And she swore by everything. She swore, she convinced the judge, she convinced everybody that the guy was the father of the child. And meanwhile, the young man said during the conception of the child, we weren't even sleeping together. How come you're saying I'm the father? This was one that got away. Imagine how many young men get caught up in this type of situation and live their whole life, 18 years, 20 years. I was watching a video, a while ago. I saw this old man, I think it was around 65 or about 65. He discovered that the 3 children, and he's been married to this woman for, I believe about, don't quote me, about 45 years or so. I'd have to, rewatch the video to get the fact. But long story short, he discovered years later in his 60s, almost 70, that the 3 children from the marriage, from a 40-some-year-old marriage, did not belong to him. And this are things that happen every day. Do not get it wrong. I am not saying all women are like that. But unfortunately, most women, especially in the modern society, are like this. A lot of them, we used to say, oh man, when we talk about infidelity, we used to look at it like, oh, men run around, man cheat, man cheat, man cheat. No, we're at a time where if it's not equal on both sides, the female folk actually do it more, because men do not look at the woman and think she sleeps with another man. That is the last image that a man wants to play in his head. Fellas, make sure you use some form of protection when you're messing with these females, because you will get jammed up. It will derail your whole life. There are a lot of, modern day females out there that are completely scandalous. A word is enough for the wise. I'm gonna address one last video before I get out of here. This one is actually triggering. It just shines light on our education system, or should I say indoctrination system. I'm gonna just let you watch this one. I was actually shocked by this one.
A man can have a kid.
How?
Transgender. Your gender changes. You can have a kid. Google.
I'm not even going to say nothing about this one. That is where we are, as a society. We've gotten to the place where the impossible has become the norm. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching Truth Hurts. I'll see you on the next episode. And make sure you like, subscribe, and leave your comments. We will have more videos like this coming up. Go hit the subscribe button. See you on the next one.